Guys, welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to design a quick and simple professional looking flyer. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is to bring in the subjects that I'm going to be using, because I like using subjects, like picture of people, right, in my designs. So I'm just going to come over here and bring in my subject. So this is the one I want to use. Okay, right, so this is the guy I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do next is to remove this background, and to do that is very easy. Right, so we just come over to to select, then we'll go to select, we'll go to subject. Right, then we'll wait for some time for the AI to make the selection for us. Alright, so as you can see, the AI has selected the main subjects from the background. So the next thing we're going to do is to remove this background right now. To do that, we'll come over to select, then click on select and mask. Okay, so as you can see, it has removed this background. Okay, but you can decide to reduce the transparency to see the difference, as you can see. Alright, so I'll just increase this. So the next important step is to choose your outputs. Right, so choose a new layer and then click on OK. So what it does, it will bring the selected image out of this layer. Okay, so if you actually close this, you can see this is the original image, but it made a selection of this man. Right, so I don't need this one anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. So I'm going to click on this one, then I'm going to resize this image. Alright, I'm going to resize this image and flip it this way. Okay, perfect. So next thing I'm going to do is to bring in I think I'm going to make some changes to this image. I'm going to put some effects. Let's make it sharper. Right, so to do that, with the image selected, come over to filter and choose click on sharpen and smart sharpen. So it will give you the option to manually adjust the sharpness. Right, so I'm going to increase this just a little bit here. Alright, so this is good. So I'll click on OK. Alright, so our effect has been applied. Let me zoom in so you can see. As you can see, it's nice and sharp right now. So our effect has been applied. So the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the background. Alright, to do that, I'm going to bring in a texture. Alright, to bring in the texture, as usual, come to File and Place Embedded. Then we'll go and search for. So guys, this is our texture. It's more of a pattern. So I'm just going to click on OK. As you can see, it's above everything else. That's why it looks like this. So what we'll do is just drag it under. Alright. Now the next thing we want to do is to lock this pattern right now, so that we don't mistakenly move it. Alright, we don't accidentally move it around. So to do that, we'll just come over to this key icon and click on it. So we can't move the background anymore. Right, so I'll just continue working on the background, and the next simple effect I'm going to do is to bring in a form of rectangle right under this image, under the subject. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Click and drag. Alright, so remember, remove the strokes. I don't like using strokes, so I'll just remove it. So next thing I'm going to do is to drag this under this subject. So I'll just drag it under, and then I'll give it a gradient fill. Alright, so we want to incorporate some of this color into the background, okay, so that it doesn't look odd. So what I'm going to do now is to, with the rectangle selected, I'm going to come over to FX and click on gradient overlay. Alright, so change the blend mode to normal, and then change the angle to face up like this, and you can manually drag this up. Alright, so I think this is okay. Then I'll click on OK. So as you can see, it's looking quite nice. So those simple. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is to bring in some write-up. Alright, so our write-up will be let us handle your design jobs, right? So assuming you're a graphic designer and you want to make a flyer for yourself, so this is how you do it. So it's going to be let us handle your design jobs. So I'm going to click on make sure your caps lock is on, then click on and type in the letters. Let us handle your. Alright, so I'm gonna select this handle right here and give it this color, right? Because we want to incorporate a bit of this background and this yellow into our write-up. So bring this here and resize it. Right, so I'm gonna resize it, make it a little bigger. So you can bring in borders to help you guide, you can bring in rulers to help you guide your designs to make them properly aligned. Right, so I'm gonna move this one here, click on OK, then hold your Alt key and your Shift key, then drag. Right, so what we're going to type now is design jobs. From design jobs. I don't think I'll use job. I think I'll use projects. Right, design project. I think I'll use design projects. It sounds more professional. Right, so use design projects. Alright, that's I'll resize it and make it bigger. Okay, make it bigger like so. Then make this one also bigger as well, just so. Right, so next thing we're going to do is to just bring in a little line. Okay, there we have it. And remember to remove the strokes. We don't need strokes, so I'll round up these edges. I like my lines nice and round. Okay, as you can see, nice and round. So bring that down a little, or rather let's move this right up a little. Okay, now for these design jobs, let's give it a shadow. Right, let's give it a shadow. Right, like that. Then change the direction just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So let's handle your design jobs. Increase that a little bit. Okay. Now next thing we're going to do is to bring in, a bit of story about our agency or design company or your designs, right? You can put in your write-up right here. For me, I already have a write-up that I've already prepared, so I just go ahead and paste that here. Just click on Ctrl V, and there you have it. So I just put that in place. I think our picture is a little too big, or let's move it back for the bits. Okay, so I just leave it like that, and next I'm going to do is to add a bit of effect right here. So I just click on my rectangle tool again, and remember it should be aligned with our borderline, right? So we don't need the fill color, we only need the stroke color this time. Now next thing we do is to increase the size of the stroke by 3. Alright, then click on enter. Now what we want to do is to erase this part. Let me zoom in. Okay, so I want to erase this part, this whole part of the rectangle, right? We don't want to use all this part. So to do that, we'll create a layer mask on the rectangle layer itself. Then we'll click on our brush tool and make sure you select the hard round brush, right? Now close that up and make sure your opacity is at 100%. Then you gradually clean off all this portion, right? Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so we are done with that one. So next thing we're gonna do is to let's bring in our logo. Alright guys, so here is our logo. I'm just gonna align it to the line. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit, just like so. Now for this part, as you can tell, it looks a bit empty, so I'm gonna put some I have an idea that I want to use to fill that part up. To do that, I'm gonna bring in an image, some of my past designs, right? Alright, so this is one of my past designs, that I normally post on my social media platform. So I'm gonna put this one here and just align it to this part. Now what we want to do first is to convert this layer, because we want to put this image, right, this flyer, into this shape right here, this rectangle. So what we're going to do is to convert this to smart objects. Alright, convert it to smart object, and then this layer we're going to drag it to be directly above this rectangle. Then with the layer selected, hold your Alt key and click. Right, then you can resize this to whatever size you want. Okay, let me use it like this, and then create a layer mask for it. Then select your brush tool. Remember to select the soft round brush for this one. Right, so I'm gonna, first of all, with 100% of opacity, I'm gonna just brush out this portion, and then reduce the opacity to around 60 or 57%. Brush the top off a bit. Increase your brush size a bit. Right, perfect. Now let's bring in another image. I'm gonna bring in another image. I know it doesn't look nice right now, but just wait till the end, you'll see the difference. Right, so I'm gonna use this one. Just like before, we resize this one, and then we'll put it inside the rectangle. Right, so the same way we did the first one, hold your Alt key and click. Okay, so there we have it. So now we'll create a layer mask for this one. With our layer mask selected, we'll go over to our brush tool, just as we did the first one, and I will clean the top. Alright, just the top of it, and the bottom as well. Okay, so I'm gonna increase this to maybe 78% and clean over here. Right. Alright, so that's it. For this one, I'm gonna reduce the opacity just a little. Alright. Now select both of these flyers and then change the blend mode to the one that suits you better. Alright. So I think this is better. I'm just going to reduce the opacity of this one, increase the size of this one. Alright guys, so I'm done with my adjustment right now. Another thing I want to add to this top right here is I want to add some clouds just to make it look nice and professional. Right, so I'm just gonna click on this one, and first of all let me group these guys. Let me group all of these ones. Alright, so I'm just gonna click here and place some cloud above. Okay, so here's my clouds. Let's bring it to the top, maybe a little like that. Then maybe reduce the opacity a bit. Then bring in a dark cloud. Okay. So another thing I'm gonna bring to make this look fancy is an airplane. Alright guys, so here you have it, and this is the final result for this top part. Now for this part, we're going to do something similar but a little different. Alright, so I'm going to put some image of some past jobs. Right, to do that, I'm going to first of all create a square. Right, I'm going to create a square first, then I'll round the edges a little bit. Alright, now remove the stroke. Now bring this to this part because I want the image to be here. Alright, now then I'll place the image, alright, my previous work above this one because I'm going to be putting it into this square right here. So I'll click on File, Place Embedded as usual, and look for my past design. Maybe let me use this one. Okay. Now, with the image directly above the rectangle layer, hold your Alt key and click in between. Right. So I'm just going to group these two layers together. Select both of them and group them. Call it pick one. Then I'll create a stroke and a shadow for this one as well. Right? And I'll create a shadow. Maybe fade out the shadow a little bit like that. Right? And click on OK. Then I'll duplicate this layer. Right? I'll duplicate this layer to make another one. So I'll just click on Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, then Ctrl T, so you can easily select everything and bring it down here. Alright, bring it down here. Now you can click on this one and replace this image. So I'll place second design. Let's use this one. Same way we did with the first one. Hold your Alt key and click. Okay, then resize it to fit into the shape perfectly. Okay, so that is that. So guys, as you can see, so far this is what we have. You can see it looks professional and dope. So next thing I'm going to do is to create a bar that I'm going to be putting my information. Alright, so I'll click here and draw a narrow rectangle just above the layer. So I'm going to bring this one above the subject. Alright, remember, remove the stroke, and then I'm going to change the blend mode to multiply. Okay, I don't think we need, so let's leave it. So I'm gonna add some information right here. I'm gonna put my number here. I'm gonna put my Facebook username here. right? And I'm going to put my website here. So I'm just going to skip the process, alright, so that the video doesn't get too long. Alright guys, so as you can see, I added my username, my WhatsApp number, so that my anyone who needs my service can contact me, and my site, alright, which they can use to check out some information about me and how to contact me. Alright, so guys, that is basically it. That is how to make a simple design. As you can see, the concept is very simple, right? The concept is very simple, and you can use it to maybe rescue yourself in a tight situation where you have a client that needs an urgent job, right? So if you enjoyed this video guys, please do well to subscribe and also like the video. If you have questions, do leave it in the comment section, and if you have any design that you would like me to redo for you so you can see how it is done, you can send the image to me. Alright, you can send the image to me via my WhatsApp number. Alright, then I will break it down for you. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video.